Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today let's do chapter 14 for White Silk Lover. Thursday, April 15th, 11 a.m. Tomas. A knock on my door. You ready for sound check? As I open the door for Sam, I hum the melody line I had been working on for the last day. Sam entered wearing a crew headset. Come on in. I'm working on a song, I said, and tidied the papers into one pile, closed the laptop, and grabbed my new favorite jacket. Lock the door behind you. Sam closed the door and sprinted to catch up with me. What's the new song about? I'll tell you when I finish it. As we walked to the stage, Joey joined us, wearing a red crew shirt and her Sterling Lock baseball cap. How's Albert? Whenever I have Albert drive me anywhere, Joey is always the bodyguard, riding in the front seat with him. She hid a hint of a smile with her hand. He's fine. If you don't need us tomorrow night, maybe we could take a little time off? Check with Les, I said. I don't think we have anything planned. With a sly, crooked smile, Joey leered at me. How's Kobe? Practicing like crazy for his recital, I said. The harder you tried to keep a secret around this group, the more people found out. The problem is, I like them all, but someone among them is leaking secrets and stealing things and selling them. Those little things can bring in the bucks for someone. Each night, Kobe has tracked down another item and told me about it. The wig went for 10 grand. The shirt is at 5 grand and climbing. It only cost 30 bucks. Joey, maybe? Or Albert? Jerry? Les? Any one of the bodyguards? One of the band? Maya? There are many people who have access to me, to the gear, but only a few can get into my dressing room since I started locking the door. We arrived at the auditorium, with crew swarming the stage. Some light technicians were working on a lowered set of stage lights, and others were working on the pyrotechnics. The fog machine was spitting out random fog, and another 2 of the crew were working on it. Les was on the phone, yelling about the drum set. As I walked to him, he hung up, swearing. One of the conga drums never arrived. I gestured for Sam to come over. Do you know where your drums are? Hawaii, he smiled, but his eyes didn't laugh. I don't know. I packed them both away like always, and I saw the crew put them on the truck. Go find something to replace it, Les said. We don't have time to look for them. Tomas, get up on stage. I waited until Sam left. I've got something I want to ask you. Shoot. My new album is coming out in 2 weeks, and I would like to invite Kobe to the party. Maybe fly him here on Friday and have him stay until Sunday. Any problems? Besides the leaks and missing items, if word got out that he was Sterling Lock's boyfriend, his life would be hell. Yours too. Can he handle something like that? We could make him crew and have Joey stay with him, I said. Most of the crew already know about him anyway, and I didn't have to say anything. Somebody's blabbing again. It's your call, and his. Make sure he knows what could happen. I climbed on stage, thinking about how much fun Kobe and I have working together. I've grown to hate this life, but because of Kobe, the tour is fun again. I can't wait to see him again. Being at the album release party would be a dream for him, for me as well. I'll ask him tonight. The rehearsal and sound check ran well, except for the number that involves the conga drums. We have a stand and 1 drum, not 2. The 11-inch drum is missing. So far, nothing so obvious has disappeared. Now it has. What's a conga drum worth? A few hundred at most? But a Sterling Lock conga drum? As I headed back to my dressing room, Jerry stopped me in the hall. Make time for lunch. It's not a question. Someplace you want to try? I know about as many restaurants in this city as I do in Paris. 0. What city am I in anyway? Mama San Sushi is not far from here, Jerry said, eyeing a couple of people walking past us. The locals like it. Do you want me to get Albert and Joey? Not this time. I'll drive. We're meeting Les, and it will be just the 3 of us. I stretched and propped myself up against the wall. Jerry knows how much this tour has weighed on me. Come on, let's just go. I followed him to his old Chevrolet, and we took off. We don't head for sushi, but Korean Barbecue Emporium, and it's not close. It's a green building with a dark roof and an oriental rock garden out front. The name is in English and in Korean, and it must be good because the parking lot is full and the line has formed. We don't have to wait. There is a table waiting for us, with someone at it. Monica, Jerry said, stepping up and kissing her cheek. It's good to see you. How's the drive? Monica and Jerry are married and amicably separated. A married couple that does better with a lot of space. They're great together, as long as they don't have to live together. Boring. I dictated a couple of articles and another chapter for the book. The usual. You? Jerry helped his wife with her chair and took a seat, trying to keep Tomas out of trouble, and failing. Monica, good to see you, I said. Monica knew I'm Sterling. We trust her. It was fun to learn she had tracked down Kobe on her own. Tomas, Jerry tells me you and Kobe are serious, Monica said. With a shrug, I said, maybe when the tour ends. He has classes right now and his recital. Good for him, Monica said. The online article has generated enough positive buzz that they are including it in their print magazine. There might be another interview. I'll let him know, I said. Jerry said, Are you doing the interview again? No, but I'll make sure I'm there, Monica said. I don't want him sideswiped. Les showed up, greeted everybody, and took a seat. Our waiter appeared and we ordered, and went to the line for the barbecue. When we returned to our seats, Monica pulled out her laptop. Time for business. Any luck on the leaks? Les asked. Yes, I have some new information, and no, I don't know who it is. Taking a bite, I asked, What's the new information? Our mysterious leaker goes by Curtain Call 234 and is a regular contributor to the website Entertainment Wasteland, the news they don't want you to know. This person has leaked a lot more than 8 things, more like 40 or 50. Kobe's little program trick picked out the big ones, but the little ones were part of other articles. Things like Sterling prefers blondes or Sterling is dating Stacy Coleman. Don't get mad. Sterling is an adopted Czech refugee. Adopted? Czech? I said. Nobody knows that. I don't want that kind of attention on my mom's. Neither does anyone else, Les said. Everyone knows Sterling Locke is from London, so they won't believe this one. Monica pulled up another screen. What about the one stating that Sterling had taken time off for a family funeral, dated about 6 years ago? It seems his sister died. That's when Sterling was a minor figure on the charts and the article slipped past most people's radar. Did it say Emmy's name? I wasn't hungry anymore. No, just relationship. They talked, but I couldn't pay attention. I remembered Emmy laughing at my Halloween costume and having to postpone a couple of concerts for her funeral. My mom's had never been the same after that. Tomas, are you okay? Jerry asked. I cradled the cola I had ordered, running a finger up the condensation on the side. Emmy's death was really hard. I mean, she was only 4. How would anyone even know about her? It wasn't in any story. Wasn't I supposed to have had a bad case of food poisoning or something? It means that this has been going on longer than we thought, Les said. Monica? You wouldn't have us out here for that, unless it's relevant somehow. Monica took her laptop back and switched screens. I'm sorry, but I found this, dated yesterday. The same website as before. The Amazing By-Adventures of Sterling Locke. Byline? Jerry asked. Sorry, I didn't mean the pun. Monica pointed to a small name near the top. Curtain Call 234, just like the others. Does it mention Kobe? I said. Not by name, Monica said, and started reading. Sterling Locke was seduced by a young, athletic, gay, vegan, model, music student, and songwriter working towards a music degree. What started as a simple exercise in music turned into an all-night orgy in a hotel room that left Sterling screaming for more. Who would have thought Sterling was a bottom? There's more, but it's just filling space, no content. This went straight from the writer to website. No editor saw this. I'm sure of it. You can tell? Les asked. I've been in the business long enough. I can tell. My response? I blushed 7 different shades of red. Nobody knew my preference. 50% chance they had gotten it right. They had rolled the dice and gotten it right. How would they even know that? Les said, pretending not to see me. Monica laid her hand on mine. Athletic, vegan, and music student could have come from my article, but I never mentioned he was gay, and I didn't know he was a songwriter. Kobe and I had a great time chatting. You should know because you spied on us, remember? So they might be making it up, Jerry said, or making junk headlines. I'm more concerned about Kobe, I said. Even though Kobe is very talented, there's a part of him that is very fragile. Does anything in the article directly point to him? It doesn't say a city, Monica said, or a college, so it could be anywhere. Since you've been in Texas when the headline broke, most people will assume it was someone here. I let a slow smile spread across my face. I think I know how to handle this then. I switched to my sterling voice. The author of this piece needs to get his freaking eyes checked if he can't tell boys from girls. For the record, Sterling Locke seduces. He is not seduced. It might work, Jerry said. I think we need a little more attitude. How will Kobe take it? Les asked. Let's find out. I pulled out my phone and dialed. Kobe picked up on the third ring. The phone spun around, for a moment showing the whirring scenery outside a bus window. Hey, what's up? He said. You look tired, I said. Kobe leaned against the outer wall of the bus, placed his foot on the seat next to his, and propped his arm and phone on it. Dr. Garnier had one of her surprise quizzes, and it was on something I didn't think I needed to worry about. My luck, I guess. You look annoyed. A new song bothering you? No, I said, and swung the phone around to show the others. I'm here with Jerry, Les, and Monica having lunch. Monica? You knew? Kobe said. Hi, Kobe. Good to see you again. And yes, I've known all along. Kobe adjusted his earbuds. I guess we're all part of the same club. Good to see you too. So what's up? We thought we should give you a heads up on a new article that came out, Les said, and Sterling's response if we need one. It may be related to the interview you gave Monica a couple of weeks ago, Jerry said. At worst, we think it's another leak. Pulling the laptop to me, I enlarged the screen to make it easier to read. Kobe, take a listen. I read him the article. Kobe was quiet a moment. Nobody else saw it. I did, because I have looked at his face every day since we met. He frowned and stared past the phone. I think he was terrified, but covered it up. The moment passed, and Kobe chuckled. I'm a model. I seduced you, and you're a screamer. Good to know. Only in your dreams, I said. Sterling doesn't scream. You did when the pillow knocked you onto the mattress the other week. Pillow fight? Monica pulled out a notebook. Sterling Locke was in a pillow fight. I stared at the ceiling, grimacing. Kobe, you've ruined my reputation. It's not our fault. We had to get even with Sam. Did the hotel complain about all the feathers? Jerry, I have an idea. Monica scribbled on her notepad. Sterling Locke loses in a pillow fight with his two love interests in Houston. One is a music student and model. The other is a professional swimmer. Hotel billed Sterling for excessive cleanup. His response? Best fight I ever threw. We can work with that, Jerry said. How soon can you have it together? Les said. About an hour after I leave here. Tomas? Kobe said. His brows furrowed together and he adjusted the phone. Does this mean I'm causing problems? Am I hurting your career? Be honest. Les leaned in. You're not the one causing problems. Somebody else is. We'll keep Sterling's nose clean, Jerry said. You just worry about Tomas. That reminds me. I think I found some of the tattoos. Same auction site. I don't know everything that you're missing, so you might want to check it out. Sometime in his impossible schedule, he found the shirt, the wig, and some sunglasses. He must practice with his music on one side of the piano, his laptop on the other. Something new to keep an eye out for, Les said. A conga drum. Not the full drum set, just one drum. A drum, Kobe said, and bit his lip. You're kidding, right? We're serious. A drum, Jerry said. Kobe smiled. I know you're joking. You can't hide a drum under your shirt and walk out. That's the problem. We're not joking, I said. Kobe's wilting smile made his tiredness stand out. He's pushing himself too hard. Oh. Kobe pulled his phone closer. That makes it sound like my second theory is more logical. Monica said, What's that? Distract and snatch. One person distracts, the other snatches. Do you think we have two thieves? Les said. With a nod, Kobe put his leg down and pulled the bus cord. One person steals and sells, the other writes articles. Team effort. Who do we have that's been with us for 6 years? I asked. I'll have to check, Les said, but it's a lot of people. Monica said, the thefts are recent, so maybe it was one person for 5 years and just recently became 2. Or one person who is branching out, Les said. Logically, we can eliminate Kobe because he is not around and is too new, Jerry said. What about the rest of us? A Sterling Lock line of fake tattoos and sunglasses would make more money than an auction, Monica said. We could auction off my old outfits, I said. That would prevent anybody stealing them. If we purposefully leaked anything, Les said, we'd kiss our jobs goodbye. Nobody would hire us. Kobe has become one of us. He's my friend, my only non-Sterling friend, and the people who are in charge of my life accepted him. In the weeks I've known him, he's become part of my inner circle. Climbing off the bus, Kobe walked into a parking lot. Then who's left? Tomas's trainer, Joey, Maya, some of the stage hands, a couple of bodyguards, all of us. You keep checking on the auction and get ready for your recital. We'll handle things here. I can do that, Kobe said. You take care, I said. We've got to get going. Me too. I'm at the gym. I'll see you later, fellow gym head. I can't believe how happy he makes me sometimes. This is a completely spur-of-the-moment decision. Are you free tomorrow? Say, Friday through Monday. Are you coming back to Vegas? Kobe said. I am. Just long enough to pick you up. Pack for warm weather. I'll give you the details tonight. Good. I have a present for you, Kobe said, and I didn't know where to mail it to. As I hung up, both Les and Jerry looked at me as if I had walked into traffic. Monica gave a little smile. What? I said. There's no concert those days, and the tour is almost over, and I haven't used the yacht this year. Jerry leaned into Les and whispered a little too loudly. Hormones.